I like you, Laine. I only gave him a small smile in return. I'm sorry, Cean. I can't return your feelings. I have goals to achieve, I explained. You know that. I don't want a relationship to distract me from my studies. I understand, Laine. He handed me a bouquet of red roses. I accepted it, smiled, and walked away. Later that afternoon, I was wandering through the university garden looking for a quiet spot to read when someone called out my name. Laine. It was Cean. Do you need something? I asked with a smile. He shook his head. It's about when I confessed to you, he said quietly as we walked. Yes? What about it? I asked. He suddenly turned to face me. I know you said you can't return my feelings, and I understand you have dreams to pursue. But Laine, I'm willing to wait. Even without assurance, I will court you. His eyes held mine, steady and serious. Cean, was all I managed to say. He handed me flowers I hadn't noticed he was holding earlier. See you later, he said before walking away, leaving me dumbfounded. One evening, a knock on the door broke the silence of our family dinner. When my mother opened it, there he was, holding 3 bouquets. He handed one each to my parents and one to me. My mother invited him inside. Good evening, sir, ma'am. I would like to formally ask permission to court your daughter, Laine, he said politely. My father smiled. I admire your courage, son. But the decision is still up to her. Cean bowed slightly. I know she doesn't want distractions from her goals. She told me that herself. But even so, I'm willing to court her, no matter how long it takes. My father placed a hand on his shoulder. In that case, you have our blessing. Then both my parents left us in the living room. Cean smiled at me. Hi, flowers for you. Thank you, I replied softly. We spent the evening talking about anything and everything until he realized it was already 10 o'clock. He excused himself and went home. Days passed, and one morning a classmate handed me a pink envelope with a little heart in the middle. It's from Cean, she said before leaving. At the library, while I was reading, he placed a handmade bouquet on my table. Flowers for you, my lady, he said with a grin. You put too much effort into this Cean, I told him. Because you deserve it, he replied, looking straight into my eyes. When I turned down his offer to eat lunch together because of a quiz, he only smiled. A while later, he returned with my favorite food, setting it gently in front of me. You don't have to do this, I said. I know, but Laine, you deserve everything. I won't waste a single moment to show you. His eyes of someone who loved deeply, never wavered. Sometimes, when I was stressed over schoolwork, he would appear with a chocolate bar or leave a sticky note on my desk. Don't overwork yourself, Princess Laine.
One sunset at the beach, I finally asked, Cean, don't you ever get tired? You've been courting me for months without knowing if I'll ever say yes. Tired? Never. He looked at me, not at the horizon. I don't know where all this will lead, but I want you to feel how worthy you are of love. Even without assurance, I can't get tired of showing it. Time passed, and graduation day came. Amidst the celebration, I saw him across the crowd speaking with his mother. Our eyes met, and he smiled. Congratulations, love, I said, handing him a bouquet I had made myself. His eyes widened at the word I used. Wait, does this mean? He couldn't believe it. I only nodded. Suddenly, he hugged me tightly, lifting me off the ground. Mom, did you hear that? She called me love. We're finally official. His voice trembled with joy, as if he had just won the lottery. I only looked at him, wondering what good I had done to deserve someone like him. I once thought love would only be an obstacle to my dreams. But when Cean entered my life, he made the path easier. I waited and gave my best effort, he once told me. Because I knew she was a rare treasure I was afraid to lose. She's worth waiting for. And he was right. Love is not a game. If you truly love someone, you wait for them to be ready. You show your genuine intentions not only with words, but through actions.
Love isn't always about saying yes. It's about knowing when that right time will come